Hey ghouls and witches, I'm here early at Universal Orlando to check out what's new around the parks. I know we have lots and lots of stuff to catch up on when it comes to construction updates. There's some fun Easter eggs hidden around in some of the stores. There's new merch over at the boutique in Island, so I'm here to check out all that, hopefully before the weather gets bad, because we are supposed to be getting a tropical storm soon-ish. But yeah, let's go. So we do have our truss already set up here with a platform right at the very top. As soon as you enter the park, there are the gates. We just need that beautiful neon Halloween Horror Nights to come across there. But it looks like we're gonna have a platform at the very top, probably with Sinister and Surreal, my goodness, welcoming us to the park. I feel like I have not rope dropped this park in so long, and I totally forgot how the system works, but I am starting in the Hollywood section of the park. We have those lightings on top of the buildings. I believe they were there already last time I was here. We also have two of these like truss pillars set up here and here with wires going from the tops of the building to them. Besides the lighting and those two lighting pillars, trusses, there's nothing else going on in the zone you can see behind me. This is speculated to be that Demon Queen zone for Surreal. They do have the Mega Movie Parade currently running through this part of the park, so it makes sense that there's no props out just yet, but time's a ticking. We're coming up on it. We are in the month of HHN, so I'm excited to see when they start bringing out those props and what those are going to look like, because I'm really excited for the zone. Coming up on the Central Park area of the park, this is going to be our Swamp of the Undead zone. We do have vines set up here on those wires that are running across the entire zone, and some more like greenage set up throughout. Some more props, starting to look real meaty in this section. Lots and lots of more details are coming out in this zone. We got a cute little section here, keep out. More greenery, like I mentioned. I would love to purchase one of these signs. If anyone ever sees one of these signs go on sale at like a thrift shop or whatever, please let me know. Not a thrift shop, but you know what I mean. I know Universal usually sends these out to get sold, so definitely let me know if you see any of these. Starting to really materialize, and look at him. He's so cute. More details have been added to the shed slash tree house. We have a little gator skull up there, Florida decor. I don't know if you guys can see it, but there's like a little like cryptoid almost up there. It looks kind of like a bat. I can't really tell. I love how Universal has put these signs right in front of this mirror for each of these little props that are set up, so people can stop taking selfies with those mirrors. They're probably getting damaged, probably a good call. I think it's so crazy how close to the event we are, and there's not too much going on in some of these zones, especially the Hollywood zone. There's just not much going on. We have some lighting, we have some trusses. Central Park is looking very meaty, but it makes sense with the Mega Movie Parade going through that section. They're not gonna have too much out in Hollywood, but I wonder what their plan is to roll things out, because we're coming up on it. I'm coming up on the old Fear Factor stage. It's going to be used for Nightmare Fuel, the circus overlay this year, and we have these two trusses set up here. Interesting. I'm not sure if this is going to be part of like the entry for Nightmare Fuel or what the plan is for that, but this is going to be like an entrance. Right here is where the usual holding section is for Nightmare Fuel. We do have a little truss here where the sign's probably going to go up with show times, and acknowledging that the Nightmare Fuel show is here, if that makes sense, but this is the usual holding section, and then here are where those trusses are set up. Let's take a quick look at what's going on over in Diagon Alley. I missed a few of the props set out for the Death Eaters last time, just because it was so hot. So I want to try to grab those today. Some more detail set up in this little prop area. Pro tip, if you're ever in the park, this area, Nocturne Alley over in Diagon Alley, is AC and undercover. So if it rains or it's too hot, you need an AC break, there's a quick little option over here, and it's nice and spooky in here. I always love this section. It is dark, but you can see we do have a setup here for the Death Eaters. Another little setup here. Looks like we have some wine, some apples. Another little section here. Each of these boxes have like either a lighting setup or a fog machine in there. I feel like I haven't ridden anything in the parks in so long, but I'm literally on a mission today. Escape from Gringotts is literally at 15 minutes, and I had to pull myself away to not get on it. I just want to get all this in before the weather turns bad. Another little setup here, again with the wine bottles and apples. Big old box with some lighting effects. I think a fog machine in there too. Another little setup, looks like we have some cages, empty cages, where some creatures may have been supposed to be. A hidden fog machine probably down there, maybe some lighting up here. Here's that larger set piece area for the Death Eaters. They usually have like some like fog and like lighting action coming out from under those vents there. Still have that little stage area right here from where the Peacock Bar was last year. Some lighting rigs set up, but nothing much else going on back here. They still have some tables. It is roped off. I believe they're still like serving people out here. Let's see if we can get a little closer look at the back. I can make out another like lighting pillar back there. There's one here, but nothing else you can see from this angle. So I am in that unannounced scare zone section of the park. They did wrap these up the first day they brought them out after everyone saw them. They are now unwrapped, but yeah, unannounced. I think it's really cool how if you look at it straight down the middle, you still see the B and the H. And then if you go to the side, you have the B and the H. I think that's a cool little effect. There is like LED lights set up rimming the house. Probably giving a cool little lighting effect. Some more details added around the zone. Looks like it's a decrepit house almost falling apart. Yeah, unannounced. But we do have a truss signage here. Another one of those house props set up towards the front of the zone. Coming up on the New York section of the park, we do have some string lighting going across some buildings. They're a little small, so I'm not sure we can see them too well with this camera. There they are. Lots of lighting on the top of these buildings. We have the first of the props coming out for the Renaissance Fair section. Renaissance Scare Zone. Looks like a merch tent, basically, that you would find at a regular Renaissance Fair. Take you guys into Sahara Traders. There are some Easter eggs that apparently have emerged inside the store. This is so cool. So you guys probably know we have an original house coming this year called Museum Deadly Exhibit, and it looks like Sahara Traders are giving us a few of those Easter eggs. There's that canister that I saw, I believe, in the Mardi Gras tribute store this past season, with the tribute store comics logo. If you guys remember, that was a tribute store from last year's HHN.
Yeah, there's a movie.
Have you ever watched it?
So looks like the Museum of Antiques is getting a delivery from Cary, Ohio. If you guys are into HHN lore, you know exactly what Cary, Ohio is. Looks like we have a message here. Says, attention all museum staff, per our new procedures, incoming deliveries will be stored in the old living mummy exhibit. If you have any questions, please let management know by filling out our temporary supplies and transmissions form. Thank you, management. With the Museum of Antiquities, with the address for this current location and trader in Sahara Traders. So cool. We have another message here that says, attention all museum staff, during the summer months, things can become unbearably hot in the loading and unloading areas. To combat this, we have included a fan for your convenience, a single fan. Please refrain from leaving it for an extended periods of time so as to not incur a high electric bill for us at the museums. Thank you, management. Here's that one single fan. We also have an Easter egg from Fathom Corp. This is the company that was featured in the Depths of Fear house. Ah. On the floor here, looks like we have a list of the exhibits coming to the Museum of Antiquities. We have Carl Dimham presents an authentic dig site, Egyptian artifacts and treasures, Piscine amphibious humanoid skeleton artifacts, lore and legends collection, history, ancient ruins and lost civilization, and Marie Shelley, M. Shelley, historic architecture and where to find them. Museum staff is not liable for curses acquired while visiting the exhibit floors. Looks like this little writing desk is littered with Easter eggs. This is so cool. I want to point out that there is a crossbow here. That is like the weapon of choice for Van Helsing. And we do have that Eternal Bloodlines house coming to this year's event. That is Van Helsing teaming up with the Bride of Frankenstein to combat Dracula's daughter and her monstrous friends. Another little display case with some artifacts. This display in general smells like old books. If you guys are like bookworms like me, you probably know that smell very well. It smells like old books, and there's some old books hidden in here. There's like one copy of The Mummy, and then The Mummy Returns. This one says West Florida's statues annotated, I think. Here's that stage that has come up in the New York section for the Renaissance Fair zone. Also from the outside, the tribute store doesn't look like anything is going on. Of course, inside they're probably getting things set up, but we don't have that facade on the outside just yet. So I'm actually leaving studios now to head over to Islands because the Hallows Eve Boutique has received a new overlay, a very sweet overlay if you guys haven't seen it just yet. And there's new merch also available. So we're gonna go check it out over in Islands. It is a hot day, folks. Like, I don't think you guys are like, what time is it? It is not even 10 a.m. yet, and I am melting. I'm so glad I didn't do makeup today. My hair got up immediately once I was like in line to go into studios. It's just too hot, humid. I'm hoping the weather holds up. I already see some clouds heading over here. I'm trying to make this a quick in and out mission today. So I feel really dumb because I literally rushed over to Islands of Adventure to go to the All Hallows Eve Boutique, and it doesn't open until 11, so I had an hour to hang out, but we were getting to like a minute till 11. We're up front. Open the store. This is one of the prop pieces from an old house of HHN. Carnival Graveyard, if you guys recognize it. So cool seeing them bring it back. A look at some of the new merch that was released. This is not new. I believe these cups are new. The chain wallet, the chain bag. There's also a new badge holder for this year's event. I am going to pick one up because I do love having one. I used mine from last year literally as my wallet essentially. These are great if you have a fast pass for the night. You just put it right up front and it's just the easy scan. You can keep it in your pocket, strapped right in. I believe I have mine still on me from last year. Yeah, here's mine from last year. It clips onto you so you can just stick it in your pocket. Pro tip for you. These are cute little glasses, little pumpkins. The little boo pillow is also back. It is $30. Such a cool aesthetic they have going on right now. There are still a bunch of little boo pillows. Oh my goodness. Lots and lots. Little poster for Little Boo. It is like an old carnival theming going on. You guys may recognize this from Major Sweets. We are getting a whole house room this year. We're going right into this factory. There's this cool organ setup. And this really cool like LED screen behind it, which looks like it has like cockroaches going through the pipes of the organ. You see a little detail. Here's a wide view of that organ. There's our boy.
5.
Candy King up here with Major Sweets hat. Hall of Mirrors. Hi friends. This current aesthetic is giving me flashbacks to HHN 31, that classic Halloween vibe. There's a lot of that old, like, classic Halloween aesthetic going on in the store, mixed in with, like, that carnival look. Lots of Chucky merch available. Some of it is from last year. Might be all of it, actually, from last year. I do want to point out that that turnaround for that boutique store was so quick. I think they closed it one day with the Tiki Monster theming still in, and then reopened the very next day with that new overlay. So I just want to give props to them for working so quickly and still having so much details throughout the entire store. They work so quick. I think that's gonna wrap up my day here at Universal Orlando Resort. The weather is still okay, but I wanted to stay okay on my drive home back to Tampa. I hate driving in storms and I don't want to push it too much. I did notice today a lot of TMs in the Halloween Horror Nights polo, which gets me really excited. When we start seeing them around the park, we know we're getting really, really close to the event. We are under a month away. We're in the month of opening. It's happening. It's almost here, but just seeing them around the parks make it feel more real. If you guys are planning on coming to the parks anytime between now and December, basically, please hydrate yourself. Please take care of yourself. To give yourself those AC breaks, give yourself water, hydrate. Try to get to the parks earlier in the day before it gets too hot and leave around that peak temperature, like 2 to 3 to 4. That's when it gets the hottest. But give yourself that grace and give yourself some time and some breaks in between, because this is not for the weak. I've born and raised in Florida, and it still gets to me sometimes. So take care of yourself. Just a look at the storm of people heading into the parks right now. It is Saturday, August 3rd at 11:23 a.m. and it is going to be packed today. But that's all I have for you guys on this one. We are getting so close to the event. As you guys saw on social, I am introducing a new segment to the Haunt Girls podcast called Haunt Girls Talk. I already recorded the first one with a guest spot. I'm so excited to announce who that first guest will be, so make sure to keep an eye on the socials. But yeah, fun day at Universal. Hot day at Universal, short day at Universal. Can't wait to be spending all my nights here. Take care of yourselves, hydrate, do all the planning, make all the reservations. HHN is upon us, haunt season's upon us. But until the next one, please make sure to like and subscribe, and I'll see you guys next time. Bye!